who should be successor on that, because that was resolved at the Bulawayo conference. And if ever there is a way to go, it will be another congress by the party, as the president said, he will not anoint. But we don't want to be given agendas by people who want to foist succession agendas as a perpetual item agenda in ZANU PF and cause confusion. No. The president wants to go back to work. And you saw it in his minister's address when he opened cabinet a few days ago. So this is where we are going with the president. It is to make sure that we refocus. We have to address the burning issues which will make Zimbabwe be a modern country. And because food to human beings is steel to nations or countries, we now have steel. There's nothing which will stop Zimbabwe from going forward. We are also looking at the prospect of forming a business council, a SADC business council, and we are going to tap on the global exposure of renowned Afrikaner businessmen, because they are Africans. Some of them have done well. Elon Musk has done well. Koos Becker, the one behind Tencent in China, has done well. We have many others, Andre Pina, who works for Space Shuttle, the Space Shuttle in America. This is a cadre of African businessmen from this continent. We have done well. So we would want to tap on the success of the Afrikaners on the global stage. But this time we want them to apply their expertise to make sure that Africa gets the capital which it needs. We want them, Afrikaners, become the avatars of capital for Africa. And we are working on having a high-level SADC business council, which may include the likes of Johan Rupert. You know that each time you are in the international duty-free shop, you see a lot of those brand names. They belong to a company called Richmond from Switzerland. The owner is Johan Rupert from South Africa. This is the success of Afrikaners in business at the global stage. And we want them to be part of the new African success, because Africa needs capital. We need capital in Africa. So these are I'm giving you pointers, because these are matters which the president is very much alive to when he talks with his South African counterpart, also when he talks with his Mozambican counterparts. We want the development agenda back, not the useless noise about who should be succeeding from where in ZANU PF, as if we have a Congress, and the president says, if you are eligible, go to the Congress. Don't want to be anointed. Kasukwele wants to anoint somebody from outside. He's not even maybe a member of ZANU PF. We won't allow that. So by and large, these are the issues which I felt I had to address. I strayed into other areas, but the main thing is that we want our white population to keep faith with His Excellence about the Global Compensation Agreement. We don't want them to be strayed away from the good faith which is necessary to make that process succeed. We don't want them, especially by fellow travelers who are in the CCC, errand CCC, but also some ambitious miscreants who used to be ZANU PF are now G40s. We don't want our white population. They should keep faith with the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe. And we should work together in good faith to look at optimal solutions so that land in Zimbabwe can resolve historical issues, address compensation issues, and deliver prosperity to the people of Zimbabwe. Because I was being told by the German expert I referred to you earlier on, from that BVVG. He says there are two countries whose agricultural soils are known for their fertility. One is Ukraine, which is under landmines, and the other one is Zimbabwe. Our land productivity is legendary. It is the staff of agronomists at some of the most prestigious institutions of tropical agriculture in the world, including the Dutch Tropical Institute of Agriculture. Zimbabwean soils and their productivity are legendary. We want them to deliver that prosperity to the people of Zimbabwe. So, on that note, I want to say we are very happy with you coming along. And by the way, Elon Musk is now a cabinet minister in Trump's government. Go back when the issue of Starlink was alive. Our president negotiated and we got Starlink in Zimbabwe. Direct, not through a switch of a particular gentleman who wanted to become the agent of Starlink in Zimbabwe. The argument for my president was saying, well, if Starlink comes like the sun from God, and if Starlink comes like rain from God, why should it come through the switch of a certain particular cellular company? I am the one who is elected. That's why he signed the license himself, because he is the representative of the people to God in Zimbabwe. Because Starlink is like descending on Zimbabwe like God's gift. So let the man who is elected be the one who is the signatory to the license. So Elon Musk is probably very hurt from a business point of view with Zimbabwe. His company is doing very well. I hope all of those who are in rural areas now can also have to Starlink, and very soon I'm told Starlink will be coming even on our SIM cards. You won't even have to have that, to have a landing pad. So we do have somebody who is in the cabinet of Trump who may not be unnecessarily be unhappy about Zimbabwe. And this is what is galling those in the opposition and in the G40 who felt that they had a red door into Washington when the Democrats were in charge.